Hello, my friends. Wow, we've already got a like. No one's watching, though. We have a like. What the heck? A ghost liked the live stream. Welcome, number one. Who are you? Number one, say hello. What's up, Range 85? How you doing? Just got home from work myself. It's a little late. It's 2:15 in the morning. But I figured, fuck it. Might as well say hi to everybody for a bit. You know what I'm saying? See how's it going. What's up, Ted? What's up, Allison Williams? Are you new, Allison Williams? I don't know if I recognize your name. What's up, Dr. Big Buzz? How you doing, brother? Tasty. So, what we're smoking on right now, name's unknown. Yeah, you were Range 85. Unknown strain. It's an extinct strain grown by our close friend, the Biker Squatch. Oh, nice one, Allison Williams. Was it one of ours that you joined in before or on another channel, or? Oh, well, welcome, Allison Williams. Where you from, Allison? What's up, D Snugs? What's crack-a-lacking? Oh, thanks, Allison. I appreciate that. You the bomb, too. 1 second, I need a beer. There we go. Woo! Oh, nice one. I like the name, Battle Creek, Michigan. It's kind of like shit's about to get real and heavy, you know? Ew. Has anyone else noticed how quickly subscribership seems to be going up on the channel? Freaking me out a little bit. I think in the last 24 hours, we've done almost, if not more than 400 subscribers. Just ridiculous. What were you smoking on, Dr. Big Buds? We're like days off of, like 2 to 7 days off of hitting our first 500,000 views, I think. Right now, we're sitting at 471 something thousand, maybe. Hey, man, Range 85, I really appreciate it. Like, as I've shared in other previous live streams, when I started this YouTube, I didn't really necessarily think it was going to become a huge thing or anything like that, but it's like legitimately becoming a fucking thing, and it's kind of trippy as fuck. You're a great dude and are real. Keep it 100%, and people can respect that. Oh, dude, I'm an asshole, but an honest asshole and a loving asshole, and I'm always going to be me. You know? Even if someone was like, man, let's make a TV show out of your channel, I'd be like, all right, but like, let's be very clear here on contracts. I'm still going to be the same fucking drinking asshole, that I've always been. I kind of picture my weed show, same name. It's kind of like Anthony Bourdain's show, but me instead, and with marijuana. That motherfucker like to smoke and drink too. Hey, God rest him. I would wholeheartedly agree, Allison Williams. Ah, very sativa-y of you. I think what I'm smoking on right now is quite sativa-y. Biker Squatch is a real hard-on for the sativas. He loves his sativas. And I have a huge respect to the special world of sativas, but I'm an indica man. I love my indicas. I can smoke sativas. A lot of them give me kind of anxiety, a little bit. But indicas just kind of work with my own personal body chemistry a bit more. But this was one of Biker Squatch's favorite things, and a stink one now that he's lost. And he gave me a small gift of it. So I was like, well, tonight for this live stream, I'm going to try that one out. Have a good time with it. Fuck, that tastes good. It's nice to get home, have beer. Let's relax. So how's everyone's day been? What you gonna get up to, my friends? What everyone do today? Anything cool? Anyone got any crops going? Did you work on any crops? Did you go to work? Did you go to school? Did you have some successes? Did you have some negatives? What time is it in? Well, if by CA you mean Canada, normally I would take CA to mean California in terms of North American abbreviations. But on the west coast of Canada and British Columbia, it is now 2:17, excuse me, a.m. in the morning. I just got home from work 10, 12 minutes ago. I was like, fuck it, I'm doing a quick live stream because I can't believe how quickly the channel's growing. And like this amazing, like I go into my notifications and there's so many beautiful comments from people. There's a lot of haters too, but it'll fuck them if they can't take a joke. And like some people are like, man, you a grown ass man. Like, why are you talking like that or being like that? You're goddamn right, I'm a grown ass man. I'm a fucking actor, writer, comedian, filmmaker, and pop-grower. I'm a weird, different kind of asshole, but I'm me, and I'm always gonna be me. And you're goddamn right, I'm a grown ass man, and I'm still having fun. What bug crawled up your ass and made you have to hate your life? I don't know, but I'm not gonna let it get to me. But most of you are just sharing like the nicest possible fucking things I could ever even begin to read. And it's astonishing to me. And it just I hope you all know how much I love and appreciate all of you. You're the fucking shit. And Pot Squatch Growers Army, rock and roll. Let's give them hell. Boys, girls, seas and days. Bananas, semicolons, squares, whatever you want to call yourself. I don't give a fuck. You're a human fucking being to me. And I love it. Oh, I need to smoke too. I mean, as a bartender, you can occasionally go for smoke breaks. There's respite. And you can be like, okay, I've got 3 minutes to sneak away for a dump. But, it's different than having a smoke when you're off work, get home from work. Little talky, little smoky. Feel burst. It's very nice. It's a good time for you, Allison Williams. I'm a professional actor, writer, comedian, filmmaker. I'll be honest, I don't have much of a career. I've been working on it for my whole life, and maybe one day I'll break out in some sense of the word. But let's be honest, I probably have more success with this YouTube channel than I've ever had with any of the other shit. I was, that's just the way she goes. But so that's what I guess would technically be my passion job. It would be my day job if I made money doing it. Very rarely do I make money doing it, so. You got to pay the bill, the mortgage, and the tax man somehow, right? So my quote-unquote day job, my mission man hour, is being a bartender. I've been off and on a bartender for many years. I worked at a university, was the minister of hospitality many moons ago. What the fuck does that mean, right? I was the head of the security department and also the after-hours facility and hospitality department head. I was a baker for a number of years. One of my first jobs when I was young in high school, worked in a Panago Pizza. I ran a soup company briefly. I was the head chef of a big bar and restaurant over on Bowen Island. Fucking tiny island. So if any of you been there, Doc Morgan's, I spent a summer running that shit. Not the whole restaurant, just the the kitchen. I was food man. I was in control of the munchies. But these days I'm actor, writer, comedian who attends bar, and yeah, that's what to do. One day I would like to say that other things I would like to do more so for my income are going on. That's why we're trying to get the farm going. As well as, we, but a year ago, it's almost a year now, shot a pilot. We're still editing it and getting that together. We're getting closer, though, and we're hoping to, get that picked up. But, both Amazon and Netflix don't take unsolicited shit, so simply put, that kind of means if you don't know someone, you're fucked. But I'm a man who's a problem solver, so we're going to make it work. Even if I have to walk into Seth Rogen's Point Grey production office there and just be like, talk my way into it somehow. But we shot that one. It's called Roomies for Life. It's going to be a really cool show once we get it picked up. And it is going to war against the political correctness movement and social justice warrior movement and just the general stupidity of everything. I've kind of tracked it down. I think everything went wrong in the early 2000s. Because the 90s may have like been the most confused, decade of all of them. But like we were interesting. We were thought-provoking. We were thinking about real shit. We were giving a shit. We were coming together as a community and as a people. And we were like fucking badasses. And we could take a joke and like actually see the sociological point or political point or etc. being made through said joke. But then, 2019 happened. Look at where we're at now. I mean, it's just fucked. I don't even have words really to describe it. Okay, sweet. Awesome. Hit me, Just Puff. Quick question. Last 2 weeks of flowering. Started week 7. Should I stop or continue giving carbonated water? I stopped giving bottled nutrients and only giving water at a pH of 6.3. I would still say, hit that carbon up until you got 5 days left. Maybe once or twice a week. And then, just boom, straight flush it. I hope that helps. Okay, wait. I'm going to read some of these messages because I think there's a bunch of them. Okay, wait. So that's the last one I remember. 1 second. I'm with you and head to work, brother. Fuck yeah, James K. Green. Love what you do, grows in video. Thank you very much, James K. Green. That is very nice and I appreciate it. Aw, shit, Austin. Well, if I ever show up in your bar, don't cut me off. I'm not an asshole. I just drink a lot. What are the most loving drugs you'll ever meet, too? Oh, I'm a big dog. I just want to give everyone a hug. Not forceful hugs. Just, real hugs. Hey, what? I'm the man who brings the energy. Because as much as you or people may think that, like, in my videos, I do this is like a thing for the videos. No, this is who I am. I spend my life, my days this way. I avoid insanity by being insane, if that makes sense. Honey, are the puppies with you?
No.
There's 1. Betty, there's 2. Okay, they're good. Sorry to bother you. I love you. Yeah, get let's lock them back out here. I'll keep them safe now that I know they're, in the house. Sorry, everyone. Life happens. Okay. Preach. I had all kinds of problems with the cold growing. Yeah, the cold growing can be tricky. Are we talking indoors there? Savio, Toronto. I would never cut you off. Thank you, Allison. I will occasionally cut myself off. That's allowed to happen, but I might rescind it at the same time. Like I might even sit there for an hour and just drink ginger ale and be like, I want 6 shots. Don't serve me 6 shots in a row. Yeah, or like together. Make me order them individually. Makes my brain think about it more. Trying to be a more responsible pot squatch, especially with all of the endeavors going on. So one must keep your head about yourself, right? So CTFU. What does CTFU mean? Savio, I was having issues with that too. The sad truth about it is if you've got, like, let's just be frank here and pragmatic about it. If your grow's getting cold when the lights are off, motherfucker, you need a heater up in that bitch. 100%. If you're running it in a grow tent, just run an ambient space heater in the room, have it programmed, put it on a timer as well. Lights go out, it comes on. You know what I'm saying? Find that perfect temperature on the settings on it for you and just be like, bam, that's what I've been doing the whole time. There's a video where I talk about that on this grow. If you go way back when, maybe before flower or during flower, I don't remember. But I think I had a video that was like, update on the temperature issues, talking about temperature issues. If you go back, it exists. There's like this one hair coming out of my stash. Fucking annoying. Just going like, woo. When you're trying to film yourself in selfie mode on the phone, you see a lot of weird shit. You're like, oh my God, do I look like that? Nah, I'm not. I like the way I look. I'm happy with myself, so I'm just teasing. But when will your gear be ready with your new logo? When I can save the money to do it. Okay, so for example, for the rolling papers, from Alibaba, I had to order 50,000 units as a minimum order. I think it was at 4 cents a unit, for example. But that's still going to cost $2,000 to buy. So simply put, I got to save up some money. Because, turns out starting an online store was, it costs some fucking money, man. I'm working on it, though. Try to set up a pre-orders. I could do, but I don't know. I'm old school. Part of me doesn't want to do shit on credit, I just, work hard, save a few pennies, or get them together and build this store for you. That's called the real pot squash swag. You don't want swag I do on credit. You want it cold hard cash paid for. That's the launch of the pot squash. It has to be. It's what it gotta be for the pot squash grows on me, man. It's just my sentiment of self. Yeah, you got merch? No, not yet. Working on it. Gonna get that so I can help support your dreams. I'm working on my first grow ever. Any beginning advice that you wish you got when you started? I will say personally, to be honest, I'm trying to even remember some of the first advice I ever got. I mean, the first many years, it was just kind of me doing it on my own. Kind of taught myself. So, but read a lot. Read anything you can find on the matter. And be prepared that now, many moons later, from when I first started doing this, there's a lot even more now misinformation that exists out there. So, you got to learn to be critical thinking and understand the basic dynamic of stuff. One note that I would have given myself indoor growing back in the day, motherfucker, don't skimp on your lights, man. You need lots of fucking light. You can get away with cheating on a lot of other shit. You need the fucking lights, man. That light, the more wheat titties. Good light, the very nice wheat titties. Lights. Lights would be my number one thing there, I would say. Totally. Gray wind, I would wholeheartedly concur with that. That is a lesson my father drilled into me growing up. Keep it simple, stupid. Yep. I'm constantly a man who overthinks things, or for example, Miss Pasquatch be at work. She'd go home and I'll be spending an hour and a half trying to figure out how to do something. I'm like, well, if I do this and this and that, I can reach this and do it this way. And I tell her my big orchestrated plan. I finally figured out that'll make sense to do something. And she just goes, well, why don't you just do this? Touche. Book. You know what I mean? It's funny. But what are you going to do? What light would I recommend? Horticulture lighting groups, quantum boards, 100%. Best grow light I've ever fucking used. Very beautiful, very nice. They have worked really well for me. I use their V-Tool 3000K quantum boards. And I run the old school Mark 1 chassis from the setup. It was it's listed as a 600 watt, but I think it's running like an actual more like a 620. The drawn, it's probably 640, 670 as they age on the driver a bit. But it's, cranking out an extra 240, 270 ppf, man, on 1,000 watt high pressure sodium. That's fucking dope. Super sexy. So, and way less heat. You can put your hand on that shit. Getting a foot and a half, 1,000 watt, you're on fire. 550, the HLV1 was just brought back at a lower price, I believe. Not the 550. The V1 was the 600. The 550 is the new age super one. The 550 is their new, because the 620 it's the juggernaut, it's old school, man. But they got the 550 and it's got a bunch of actual approval and certifications now on things from crap. I was talking to one of the owners the other day. He was telling me all about it. Well, it's left me. It'll come back later. I'll tell you later. But so that's their new one, and that's kind of the more expensive one in terms of its retail price and shit. Oh hell, even its wholesale price. It's a very expensive but beautiful piece of technology. But yeah, you can pick yourself up the 620s, Mark 1 V2 3000K. Get the drivers that have potentiometer abilities if you feel the need to. I did. Don't use it, but I mean, I could. I like that. Yeah, simply put, that's what I would tell you for now and what I've used and what I've been fucking around with. And I am extremely happy to the point of where we are stocking all of our craft LP farm when we get it going with only quantum boards from that company. I trust them for my personal world of personal production for my medicine. I also trust them into planning the business that if it doesn't work, it might destroy me financially, but it's okay. I'm going for it. Because why not? Fortune favors the bold. It was the early days in Canada. Corporate mentalities of death were about in the industry of cannabis. Then along came the pod squatches. I mean, to be fair, I only own third of this farm that I'm starting. I've got two other partners, and we're all working together and doing it together. We'll call ourselves Team Super Awesome in the Valley for now. Hey, what's up, UK Growmaster THC? People from Glasgow, Scotland, UK. Hello. What's up, Scotland? How you doing? It's been all so long. I wish I was there getting drunk with you now. What's up, Dean Thornby? Welcome, my friend. Carlos Blanco Rodriguez. What's up, brother? The Atypical Hustlers. Hi, everyone. How's it going? I'm so sorry I'm getting here so late. What's this business leap of faith you speak of? Well, the Atypical Hustlers, I'm attempting to start a craft LP under the new systems of Canada right now. And it's, I don't know. Everyone knows how I feel about Bill C-45. This is Prohibition 2.0. This is not true legalization. They've made it legal for them. But at the same time, I'm saying, fuck it. Like, let's, they've got these new craft licenses, so maybe try, take a risk. Go for it. Bring your weed titties to the world, I don't know. So working on that, that's the thing. And we also are going to try to start the online store. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm also toying with the idea of seeing if possible, I could get a TV show going like this YouTube channel. Would it be more of like an official sponsored paid for TV show? Anthony Bourdain meets pot meets me is basically what I'm thinking. God rest him. Yeah, man. If the medical industry is where it's at, where you're at, I say do it. CBD is a gold mine. It is very much a gold mine. I think the going rate on a wholesale kilo of like pure CB crystallate right now in Canada is like 12 to 12.5. It's insane. That's like 12 to $12,500. That's a lot of money for just a key of CBD, man. But there you go. That's what it is. How you doing? Good. She's dancing with the dogs. Say hello.
Hello.
She has a retainer in.
So
Stucky has a very stucky life.
you get up your chairs. I'm gonna go upstairs and listen to my Britney Spears records. You shame to hear you. Shut up.
Love you too.
Eat tampons.
No, we're both actors. That was totally like, well, one, it wasn't planned. It just happened. But two, everything's fine. We're just playing roles right now. We're having fun with it. Oh, crap. The bitch is back.
Stop looking at me, Stan.
My name's Pot Squatch Josh.
Sorry, I like to be Stan's sister with the rotation.
No. I get what you were doing.
Okay.
I'm just being a dick back. It was fun. And scene. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, hey, what's up, Ganja Nana, yo mama? How's it going? I won't lie to you, man. Girls, these and days, semicolons, hashtags, bananas, apricots. I really do look forward to the day that hopefully it happens in our lifetime where most of the world is able to have like this huge international, like we're just, everyone legalizes pot and we can all grow dope and share our dope back and forth. And it's all, what's up? Hey, what's up, mostly weed? How you doing? What's crack-a-lackin'? Thank you, Atypical Hustlers. Well, CBD in Canada is legal. As far as I'm aware, CBD is openly, legally being imported from all over the place. So yeah, no, it's a fair free market on the CBD, even in terms of export and international stuff. It's kind of cool. Weird, but cool. Well, it'll come. It'll come if we fight for it. We fight for our right to grow the wheat daddies. Share the wheat daddies. Be a community of the wheat daddies. You know? But the day we say that nothing can happen or that will never happen is the day you've already lost. So I can't say that because that would be a beautiful world. And I'm willing to fight for it. It's one of the many things I fight for in terms of my personal journey. Here's looking at you, kid. Man, it was pretty sweet at the pub tonight. We had Paul Kite, takes Flood, hitting it up. I don't know if it's loaded on the internet yet. It may have been live streamed on their YouTube, but you should have checked out this show, guys and girls, and season days and semicolons and hashtags and booms. It was fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. I treat any controllers with the scorn they deserve. Well, mostly I would agree in my heart of hearts. However, I'm also aware that if I'm going to play back and fight, I'm going to, use their own system against them. So, keep your friends close and your enemies closer, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, dude. It's totally copacetic. A lot of people may not realize that, though, currently. But there's no way you'd be able to openly export it into the country if it wasn't, right? So, oh, Chris Water, there will definitely be ones to own the big super farms. Like, big companies already own the big super farms. I mean, Bank of Montreal, one of the biggest banks in Canada, signed a deal with Aurora Canada, gave them $350 million. Keep buying up small companies, taking out the competition and consolidating it. But these companies will all grow to a certain entity, but they bought up the small, big LPs. They have no interest in attacking, for example, more of a craft LP setup. So what does that mean? Well, that means there is actually a place in the long run, I think, that a small craft market could totally exist. Because that's really what the people want anyway. They don't want corporate pot. They want amazing, beautiful pot. To be honest. Well, the Silk Road, for example, when it was a thing that existed, they did a lot of different shipping methods. But this channel is not a place for that, so we're not going to talk about that here, okay? We are an educational channel that also gets drunk and hangs out. Oh, totally, Chris Water. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I mean, look at the diversity in terms of strains and within 3 species of cannabis. I mean, let it grow. Let's see what everyone can do. That sounds like awesome. It's like, do you want to walk into a cheese store and have one type of cheese? No, you want like as many types of cheese as you can have. Do you have a little space here, Savio Toronto? Or the ability to run a small one? Okay, so you need to use your space heater supplement your temperatures at night. If it is electrical baseboard heater, you got to remember it's quite dry, so it's going to dry out your space. It's not a bad thing, but don't arc it at your plants. Are you doing it in a tent? And you're not going to find what you like and what's good for you without diversity. Crap, I'm not great at switching Fahrenheit to Celsius. Do you know it in Celsius? I don't want to think about it. My brain hurts. Well, the light could also cause re-veg or whatever. But like, for example, like there's a few small, mild light sources in my room. I'm not worried about it. Totally fine. You just got a tent. Yes, we'll send some more pics. Okay, cool. So, but Savio, so you're not going to be able to run that in your tent. But what you're going to do is, do you have an intake? Like, do you have air intake on your thing? Is there a little fan sucking air into it? Hey, what's up, Just Corp? Welcome, my friend. Oh, my beard is so itchy right now. Working all day, got itchy. No air intake. Okay, cool. So then all you can do is bring up the ambient temperature around your tent. What does this mean? Well, very simple. Plug the heater in close to your tent. Don't point it at it. It'll melt it probably, or fuck with it. But so having the ambient temperature around the tent, if you can get it high enough around it, then you're good. 81 Fahrenheit is 27.2. Dude, you will not have temperature issues at 27.2. The optimal pot growing temperature is 21 to 24 degrees centigrade, man. So at night, how cold is it getting? That's the better question. And stretch is good. I like stretch. Why? How do you think I got pushy bitches? Stretchy bitches. Lighter, yes, probably. Let me check. Yes, here you go. Wait. Wait. Now I got it. There you go. And we're back. Well, exactly. It's what allows your nodals to spread out. 68 degrees, but cold drafts. I mean, 68 isn't necessarily horrible per se for its resting. But if you're worried about the drafts, I mean, where the drafts coming from? Is there any way to seal your windows? Is it coming from a window? Can you seal that shit up? Fuck, you can just put some tape on it. Duct tape. It'll work. Might fuck up shit a bit, but I mean, there's lots of ways to quickly fix something. Yeah, Gray Wind, 68 is not an issue. Sorry, thank you, Gray Wind. Savio, the 68 is not an issue. But if you are having weird cold drafts, one, you need to stop them or identify where they're coming from. But my question here is, though, I don't think you're having temperature issues unless you're having like some weird, crazy, super cold shit just constantly hitting your shit. But yeah, I think there might be something else going on with your dope titties, Savio Toronto. So, yeah, right? So, like, we're all in concurrency or congruency. I don't know. We agree with each other right now. We're coming together. I don't think you're necessarily having super duper temp issues. I think there's something else wrong with the equation, Savio Toronto. Would you like me to turn the TV on?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah, Savio, send me some pictures. Yeah, like, are you? Yeah, there's lots of things it could be. 65 to 70. That is high, but I mean, at the same time, from some of the issues you were saying, I don't think it was that high. See, that's the thing, though. Mostly weed. I almost never pH anything. Never have. I mean, I have, and I can, and I will at the government farm. But I mean, no, pH is not necessarily, unless you're like living in a world where you've got like super fucked water and super heavy water or hard water and stuff. I mean, it could be a lot of things. I don't know. Like, it's just, we need more information before we, the delegate, the Potsquatch Grows Abbey, can come together on an idea of what may be happening to your plans, my friend. Yeah, I've heard you guys had really bad water in a lot of America. Is that true? What's in your water in the States? Hit me, Just Corp. Go. Everyone, we're waiting for Just Corp to type a question. Don't feel pressured. You can take your time. That's a good process. Good job, Savvy Toronto. I agree with that. When do you flush again? My plant seems to be slowing down on taking up water. I was thinking to let it go another week or two, but I haven't flushed yet. Just Corp, how many weeks have you been in flower and what is it? Mostly weed, nothing wrong with that, brother. And it's taking up water slowly. Go on. One of the world's food destroys our water and soil. Well, exactly, Chris Water. I mean, that's why we could just convert to doing everything indoors. It'd be very easy, actually. Initial infrastructure install would cost something, but you do it green. You make farms that collect their own power and their own water, and it's actually not that hard. Wait till you see the farm we're gonna build. It'll be thick. So, but yeah, Savio Toronto, send me some pictures, man. I'll tell you what I'm thinking, and I may have questions. Going on 7 weeks. Have you checked your trichrome coloration on your weed titties, Just Corp? With a jeweler's loop? You will need a backlit jeweler's loop. Do I have one here, or are they all in the lab? I think they're all in my lab, but hell yeah, love using molasses, but you can't use it for last, I only use it in the first 4 to 5 or 6 weeks, just because I find it is rather pungent and adds a lot of flavor into my cannabis if I use it too late. So I like just tasting the weed titties. I don't want to fuck with their natural tasty weed titties. So that's how I use that one.
Hey.
Big growers love from the UK to my 420 family. Keep the growing going. Hell yeah, Bless Beats Grow 420. What's up, Metatron John? Yes, I have fucked around with that, Savio Toronto. And when I do that, I've noticed that when I'm doing like a fresh flower press, when its consistency changes, I excrete slightly less, but what I get though is a little bit harder and it's not quite as pliable as like when I hit it at like 85. So, yeah. Well, thanks, Metatron John. I think they're looking pretty decent myself. I'm getting very excited. Agreed, mostly weed. Weed titties is strong. They are powerful. Unless they're like really fucky genetics. If you got something really unstable and fucky, then it's just really unstable and fucky too. Oh, a nice one, Chris Watt. That sounds sexy. Can I move in? Maybe one day, Metatron John. Many roads must be had before this farm will exist, but we are fighting for it and working on it. I'm out to walk the dog. Have a blessed stream. Thank you, Kanjanana, yo mama. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. Just Corp, I missed your answer. 1 second, Just Corp. I'm going back up. Yeah, no, I read that. Maybe I didn't respond to it. That's my fault. Autoflower Girl Scout cookies, 7 weeks. Wait, but was there another answer? Have you used a jeweler's loop on it yet? Because that's how you know when your weed titties are done. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through things here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. What's a UPS? I got backup Jennies because where I live, the power goes out all the time too, whether it's the weather or a drunk driver. The power goes out a lot out here. So, simply put, I had to buy a backup generator. 100%. Requirement where I live. In the city, I never really had issues, right? But you got more space, sometimes you need a generator. Oh, nice one, man. If in terms of couch lock you mean doing a late pick on your cannabis, I almost always do that. It's just the way I like weed. Makes me happy. Oh, Just Corp, that's perfect. It's like 10%, sweet. So I'd wait for at least 20, 30, maybe even, especially on an auto too, because you'll get some really cool conversions going on there in the later pick on an auto. And you know, as everyone knows how I feel about, you know, auto flower genetics, that's still how I would do them to make them the sexiest you can. Ah, gotcha, mostly weed. I had to buy a giant generator. My lights suck power. As to buy other things. I don't know if I've ever had it, to be honest with you, Metatron. I'm aware of, like, you know, there's like so many strains now that exist. I mean, I've always been a person who went with the old school things, man, you know, and like the true, you know, awesome, sexy shit. And, not saying that like a lot of these new strains aren't sexy. They are. I just haven't fucked around with them. I don't know. I'm old school. I'm purist in certain senses, and I don't know. It just feels weird. Going to change to inverter-based system to just charge while power's on. Hell yeah, man. I mean, we're going to do solar and wind and all that crap. It's going to be awesome at our place. Hopefully, eventually, either build ourselves a couple of Tesla walls out of laptop batteries or buy the real mid-deal. You know what I'm saying? About to start a tent of photos. Also breed strawberry dough with chocolate. I'm a big chocolate covered strawberries. Chris Water, that sounds awesome. Well, you know, and there can be different peaks in the quote unquote stink to things as well. I mean, all of a sudden something smells this way or it smells that way, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the bubble gum on certain runs, you know, like she's gotten funky on me, like not in a bad way, just like, oh, dank, you know, like, so. Oh, that's true. And I don't disagree with that. But at the same time, I'm both old school and new school. And if you really want to get anal retentive on your weed growing and grow some crazy weed titties, that's one of the things you just do. Just gotta do it because it gives you an aesthetic exact representation. You can even see it if you look at your like thing or your weed titty, right? And you're looking at it, you can see it to a point. But when you put it under like a backlit times 60 jeweler's loop, it is astonishing. The difference. You know, you can really get intimate with it. And it's pretty sweet. I got some King LEDs that I used to use. There are a couple 2000, a couple 1200s. I'm using 620 True Watt Mark 1 Horticulture Lighting Group quantum boards, but I'm using the V2 boards, the next gen boards, 3000K Color, good for veg and flower. They're drawn like 62, 650, depending on driver, you know, but so it's less power consumption, right? Than 1,000 watt HPS, and it is more light. It is an extra 240, 270 ppf. I'm pretty happy with it, man. It's kind of the shit. Very awesome. They cost a pretty penny. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you get what you pay for. If you want to grow some serious weed titties, you're gonna spend your money on something. You know, save up and buy good shit. Don't fuck around. But if you wanted to do it on a budget, we're totally here to help you like learn how to do that and do the best that you can. It's funny. Mars Hydro, the company, is like messaging me a bunch right now. They contacted me earlier. And they're like, can we send you our lights to test out and review? And I was like, sure. I mean, if you want to. I mean, I was frank with them. I'm like, I'm gonna, test them and I'll do a little experiment, a little tent, and I'll totally show what it is. But I'm gonna be honest about your product. So, but I'm happy to do that. So we'll see. Nice. So 320 watt true watt drivers. So that's decent. It depends on what you're cranking it, what kind of LEDs you're cranking it in, and all that. But well, and that was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie to you that like Mars Hydro, they're like, so we've noticed your YouTube. They contact me through Instagram, which I don't do much with, but they're like, would you ever be interested in possibly blah, 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 blah? And I was like, yeah, all right. I mean, if you want me to, okay. I'm going to be honest, but I'm happy to, also too, I consult companies sometimes on stuff. So it's like, maybe I have some helpful notes for their stuff too. Who knows? Well, I'm just saying, I already have as far as I'm concerned, the best LED lighting system that exists for the tech, right? But I mean, if a company wants to send me something to try out, I'm happy to give it a look. But if it doesn't stack up, you're sending something into the dungeon with my quantum boards. You're sending it in against proverbial juggernaut tanks of grow light truth. There's a reason why I saved my pennies and bought them. But we will see. Oh, totally great win. More than likely, but Ken 9456. I'm not sure if I've looked at theirs. It does look familiar. Similar quantum chip technology. The thing I didn't like, if I'm remembering the same company, and I could be totally wrong on that because, I don't remember. But if those are the ones I'm thinking of, yeah, no, they're good. I just don't like how low the wattage sort of units to them are. And I just don't like its setup, basically. I like my juggernauts in the way that like it's a physical thing that I assemble together, and it's a movable unit rather than long, thin bar strips. But I could be thinking of the wrong company at the same time. So, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, let me know. Well, see, my main thing is if you want me to send me something for free, I will test it out. But I'm gonna be painfully honest with it. Some of you may or may not have seen when Niwa Grow Systems tried to reach out to me. And then I was like, well, maybe, I guess. And then they sent me this contract that they were trying to trick me into me into selling their shit. And I was like, no, go fuck yourself. It was for finally. It's a surreal experience. Also, too, it's like you're sending in something against my juggernaut lights. I mean, I don't think side lighting, yeah, for sure, probably, but you know what I'm saying? Exactly, medically fit. I like that. Contacted, not contracted. I like that, buddy. That's good. Yo, what's up, Max 420? Hey, yo, just chilling with the peeps, man. No, exactly. Mostly weed. I mean, that's the thing with LEDs, especially, but any equipment, really. Like you get what you pay for. It's like a tattoo. You get what you pay for, and um, you know, just if you really are serious about growing pot and want to do that for yourself and keep that going, just buy good shit. My day is going well. It's been a long one. Extremely stupid busy night at the pub for me. But it was good. It was a good night. I mean, I like the busy nights and that it keeps you going the whole time, right? But yeah, no, Paul Kipe and Texas Flop was kicking it and making it sexy. It was a really good night, and I'm tired, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do a bit of live stream just because, like, I mean, I can't believe how the family's growing. The fam jams getting bigger, and I'm just like, wow, I'll just come say hi, have a few beers, hang out after work with you for a bit. Hashtag boom. How you doing? How was your day, Max 420? No, Just Corp. You should be you'll have a rough idea of the generalized running time of your plant. There's 8-week runners. To my taste, there's very few 8-week runners because of the way I like to harvest and where I like them to be taken down. And then there's strains that can take vastly longer, especially some sativa strains, right? So, but you will have a rough idea usually about how long something's supposed to go. And 2 weeks before it gets there, you start flushing. That's how I do it anyway. It's my style. You're very welcome, Max 420. I'm glad it is going well. Yeah, not a big fan. I have done that, Ken. 4956. Or no, wait. 49456. But yeah, not a big fan of it. Not my jam. And it's all right. I prefer my old school weird styles of cloning. Where are you from? If it's okay to ask, Dutch Stoner here, by the way. Oh, I'm a Canadian motherfucker, man. I live in British Columbia, Canada, out in the valley, where Sasquatches come from by Harrison Hot Springs. I lived in Vancouver for almost 20 years, but I moved out here. Couldn't handle city anymore. Did you get any tips today? At my job? Yeah, I made some tips. Yeah, I actually did fairly good at tips today. Doesn't happen often. As a bartender, you don't make quite as much money. Because you don't really get a lot of tables. You get because you get the bar, and then you get tipped out by your service a bit. No, but I did pretty good today. I did really good today, which was nice. The puppies, I apologize. They're just going to it right now. It's like sprinting and fighting. It's pretty funny to watch. I'm letting them tire themselves out because then they'll go to sleep. I hope everyone doesn't get offended by their sounds. Mogwai. Mogwai's frustrated. Mogwai's frustrated because he's not as fast as his sister. She's got a spring-loaded ass. She can bounce and jump super high and is faster than hell. It's hilarious. She's spring-loaded. I swear to God. Oh, nice, Just Puff. What's up, Montreal? West Coast BC saying what's up. Fuck yeah, medically fit. Keep it sexy. Right, Chris Water? They definitely are like having kids. Now they're wrestling hardcore. It's fucking funny. Hell yeah, Max 420. Where in Holland are you from? I used to live in Holland briefly. I lived in Utrecht. But like in more of like one of the suburbs of Utrecht. If you've ever heard of Multiplex MC, I think that's what he's going by these days. Big Dutch. Well, he's more of an MC, but he DJs, I think, as well. He manages a big nightclub somewhere, maybe even in Utrecht now. Anyway, I lived at his house for a while. Right? Well, because when we bought him, he totally looks like a little gremlin. So we went with that. Oh, beautiful. Blue nose pit. Beautiful dog. I got these our puppies are about 8 and a bit months old. I got them for Mrs. Potsquatch's birthday. She wanted a wiener dog, but one, wiener dogs are super inbred and not genetically stable. And two, my buddy is a dog breeder, and Yorkie poos are always a Gen 1 cross. So they could be different, but they're stable. Not like an inbred, silly wiener dog. So I got her those for her birthday instead. I have not Metatron, but ask away. Hey, what's up, Paul Nicole? I'm doing all right. How you doing, baby? Dude, I know Max 420. I actually shared that link on my Facebook. Well, I was like, fuck, I like lived here and shit. What the fuck? One of my best friends from high school is living in Holland right now. And Utrecht is almost where he went, but he went somewhere else. He's doing like a foreign student thing there. Big A. He plays one of the main characters in my TV show. The genetics you see me growing right now were all inherited to me by an old grower who passed away. I got the seeds and I worked it. Nice, Paul Nicole. Glad to hear it, my friend. Cheers to that. Oh, dude, I totally think sticky tags totally work really well with dealing with adult populations, you know? But, like, if you're doing a big grow, you just fog that shit, man. You can get foggers that aren't bad and just, like, you know, like, for example, now, especially that I live out in the bush, right? Like, there's a lot more bugs out here, like, and they can just get in your house. So in between each grow, like I fog my shit. I clean it down, like the room. I mean, you know, I scrub it down with isopropyl alcohol or bleach or something like that. You know, just clean it all out, super hardcore, and then keep going. Oh shit, Max 420! It's your first time coming to a Pot Squelch Crow's live stream. I think this is like the second random Friday one I decided to do. Jeremy G, I don't think this is just a guess. I don't know this for a fact because I just don't care because I'm legal. But I don't think such a thing exists much with mine because I bought really expensive shit. A lot of the drivers that were creating a lot of RF crap, to be honest, come from China. They're just cheaper, not quite as well made, and that was what was being done. It also happened with HPS ones and metal halide ones, and so that's why you just gotta be careful where you bought your stuff from. Just because it's just basically it's like a car. It's like or get your car fixed. I mean, quality of parts and stuff, right? But Totally, but mostly weed. There's a really great product made by Dr. Doob. Um, crap, I don't even know if I could do that. I'm trying to remember how to spell. And it's made out of a plant. Not technically certified organic, but it's not anything bad. It's made out of a fucking plant. But it's Go Green application direct spray kind of thing. It's pretty good, and it'll whip to shit like mites. It'll whip to shit fucking gnats, all that crap. I mean, if you're in flower, don't use that. To be honest with you, if you're in flower, if you ever get mites or anything, this is your answer right there. Jake's fucking all in one. Made in BC. Don't know if it's available internationally yet. There seems to be a huge supply issue just here in BC for people to buy it. But shit's amazing. It's expensive as fuck, but it's awesome. What's my favorite strain to smoke? I wouldn't say I have a favorite strain, but I would say that like I'm an indica man. I love Kushes, man. I love indicas. That's why I had a hard time over in Holland. Everything's a fucking sativa. Do you know how hard it was for me in Holland to try to find an actual indica to smoke? Fuck. It was horrible. I mean, weed's still tasty, right? But it's like, man, it was hard to find indicas. So, but yeah, I'm an indica guy. Love cushies. Anything super cushy, I'm gonna be right up in that weed titty. And be like, yes, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Yes, adjust corp. How do you keep a mother plant? You just don't adjust. Like you have, okay, you can't do it with an auto flower, Just Corp. But what you have to do, Just Corp, is get it in a big enough pot, 5 gallon. You can keep them in that. That's fine. You can do smaller if you want to. But you just never adjust the photo period forever. You can keep it technically, in theory, alive for decades, if not in theory, technically, if you do everything right, indefinitely. Mostly weed, that's fucked up. I love cushy kush shit. Jake's All-in-One is awesome. Developed by a BC grower who's been doing this for decades. He spent 17 or 18 years developing this product for himself, then decided to bring it to market. And when I went to their website, I found the company's number. I called them and Jake answered. Like, that's one thing I've really enjoyed, like Canna Plates for a rosin press and then Jake's All-in-One, like these Canadian companies. You call the company and you get a hold of like the owner of the company. They're not big, they're small, but like they're just crazy Canadians like myself, just trying to do their thing for the world of weed. And it's just super endearing and I fucking love that shit. Max 420. It will be scary at first, possibly. Especially as a person from Holland who smokes, sativas. Kush and indica's the shit, though, man. That's the way to go. It'll take time to get used to it, but it's the shit. At least for me personally. That's one seed bank many years ago I did, I believe, order from. Oh, wait a minute. Do you mean bud or do you mean seeds? Because I thought BC Bud Depot or BC Depot was a seed bank, but I could be remembering that wrong too. Okay, how do you feel about air pruning? Wait, what? Have you heard about radical grow? I don't understand what you mean by air pruning. I need further definitions. And radical grow op, if that's a channel, no. I don't really pay attention much. Like, I'm really busy most of the time. So, like, when I get a chance to, I just make my videos and be like, hey, what's up, everybody? And I gotta go back to life. Oh, it's a strain. Ken 49456. Is it BC Big Bud? Did you order BC Big Bud? Brother of the Stone. Heart palpitations are typically something that is not actually happening. Okay. You think it is, right? Even some people's heart rates will slightly lower on pot. You are just very aware of it. The fact is, your heart never goes perfectly. Okay, so when you're stoned, especially if you're a newer smoker, smoking something that's made you really paranoid, you're gonna be like, "Oh no, I'm dying, or my heart, or this, or this, or that." So you're gonna be completely fine, muffin butt. Be fine. You know what I mean? So I know exactly what you're referencing, but I'm going to answer your question with that statement, I guess. BC Godbud. Godbud, if it is the true Godbud from Vancouver Island, and it's not BC Godbud, it's called Vancouver Island Godbud out here. And that's where the strain came from. It is a sativa. It is badass as fuck. Our Donkey Dick strain that we have still here is a Platinum Cookies Vancouver Island Godbud cross. So if you go back to the early grows when I was doing my closet in Vancouver there at the beginning of the channel, those donkey penises were half Godbud. Mostly weed. If you're someone with pre-existing like health conditions where like you're super close to a heart attack and you smoke a bunch of dope, yeah, possibly. But the nature of cannabis is not, if you're in decent enough health, I don't mean that in a bad way, I'm not trying to be a dick at all. But that would only be happen in terms of you're already pretty much there, like your system's there, you know what I mean? Mostly weed. A lot of that's propagandist a little bit, and also what it fails to mention is the actual health of the individual we're talking about. And I'm not trying to be harsh here, but if you struggle with weight, if you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all this crap, and you're not taking care of yourself properly, yeah, there's a possibility. But guess what? So will sugar. So will all this other crap. The trick really to it is to be healthy. Do the best you can. Healthy doesn't mean having the perfect body mass index, but it does mean getting up off your ass, getting the blood flowing. Watch what you fucking eat. If you take care to your wee titties to like feed them good shit, do the same thing for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Oh, mostly weed, probably true. I mean, that's the thing you got to remember too. It's a grain of salt. Is like most researches or research projects that could exist don't exist because it's money, right? But I think that's part of why I kept going with this YouTube channel and created this kind of community that I want to keep community and take to the world. It's all about teaching critical thinking. Don't be a dumbass. Fucking read some shit. Be open to new ideas, but at the same time, as you start to gain a basis on things, use that to be more critical to things that are around you. Like, I mean, learn about how your body works. Learn about how food works. Learn about how this works, because you know what? You're better off doing it. You're going to trust some fucking this or that to tell you? No. Go find out for yourself. And I'm a huge supporter of that. I agree, Chris Water. Massage. Is that broccoli? Or is it green magic mushroom? So even though you look super skinny on the outside, though, you had a big build up. Because that happens, and then it builds up, and then it ruptures. Is there? Heart attack, boom. That happens. I'm glad you're not dead, my friend. Mostly weed, I'm glad you're not dead. Yeah, I need to eat more vegetables. I really like carbs and dead animals. But we're doing a huge vegetable garden. I mean, if you peeps want to see it, like when we get it going, like I'll totally share it with you. I bought so many seeds the other day at the store. I bought radishes. I bought radishes, beets, beefsteak, tomatoes, butternut squash, teacup squash, onions, garlic, watermelons, red peppers, green peppers, bunch of different spices and herbs. I'm going to do in a bunch of planters around the property. Bunch of shit. It's going to be fucking awesome. Oh, and do some sunflowers because where they're pretty, I can also eat their seeds. I like the seeds. Mostly weed. Yeah, I started, I guess, August 10th, 2017, according to my YouTube channel's info. Yeah, except Chris Water, most of the time I'm smoking them. Well, also too, like I've got space where I can actually do vegetables and shit. I'm super excited. Just Corp, I will look it up. Send me an email with the terms, and I'll look it up, and then I will do a special video just for you. And I will tell you my 2 cents. That's pretty funny, Chris Water. I like that. I love fruit too. Uncle, yeah, Just Corp, I just answered. Send me an email with the terms. I'll read. I will think. I'll make a video for you answering those questions. Excuse me. It's been a long day. Yeah, the only real fruit I have planned to grow currently is watermelons. I mean, I guess tomatoes are technically a fruit, so I guess 2 technically. I love beef steak tomatoes. I got like Detroit's genetic beets because I've had them before. I like those big beets. Yummy. Well, that's part of why I bought the peppers too. Because when I lived in Germany, they had these like pickled peppers. They Peter Piper pecked pickled peppers, especially the red ones. Oh, so good. So I want to do the same thing, and yeah, rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Dude, Just Puff, that's awesome, buddy. Let me know when it comes out. I will definitely check it out and give it a like, etc. Mostly weed. I love cantaloupes. It's one of my favorite melons. Cantaloupe is the shit. Ken 49456. No, I've never tried Mammoth P. But I mean, for example, the most expensive thing currently in my arsenal, Jake's All-in-One. Buy 4 liters of that, it's over $200. Do you use Recharge? Nope, don't know what it is. Never tried it. I won't lie to you, everyone. Most of the products on the market right now, I haven't tried them. I know what works and what works for me, and I just keep rocking. I mean, I always experiment and try stuff, but I'm not the best in terms of a knowledge of all these new products. I mean, the companies that are out there, I'm happy to try your shit out and tell the people what I think, but currently, no. Currently, I do not use micros. Also, to everyone, my phone's just letting me know that the phone's almost dead, so I have to go soon. And for that, I do apologize. We've got 9%. If this live stream randomly stops, I'm sorry. Oh, brother, I'm totally down to check out other things, but like, oh, mostly weed. As weird as it's gonna sound, I'm down for cantaloupe and ice cream, but I don't want them together. I want to eat a cantaloupe, and then I'm gonna eat my ice cream. We'll layer it, multi-course munch out. Well, hydro and soil setup, I mean, in and of itself, in my humble 2 cents, doesn't really make sense. So, one, no. Two, happy to check it out. Three, happy to tell you what I think about it. But no. Have you seen, or no, nothing but positive, and it's Canadian TGC Grow Show. Right? I'm all about supporting, Canadian companies, 100%. Nice one, mostly weed. I've never used them, but totally. Chris Leo, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I really do. How'd your first run go, Ken? 49456. Well, thank you. I try to at least be that. I may be mad as a hatter, but God, you gotta have some good hats. Oh, hell. Probably have 8% left. Time to switch the hat. From the other night. Twiddly-dee potatoes. Well, there you go, mostly weed. Not all that good. Did Otto's GG4. Well, Ken 49561. Gorilla Glue in and of itself, if you actually had a genetic that has that, it comes from Hermie genetics already. It's by inherent nature already unstable to a point. When you get the good plants out of those genetics, they're amazing. It's true. But then you go take an unstable genetic that's known for being all over the fucking place and you fuck it with a Ruderalis autoflowering genetic of some sort. Maybe you're going old school, a stabilized lowrider 2, maybe, or you're going with something new age. Like, I mean, there's just so many intermixes going on without proper cubing and stabilization of strain development right now. And that's why I don't buy a lot of genetics in the way that one would traditionally find them, as far as you're aware, because I just don't trust it. I just don't trust the science behind them. But when you meet a grower who's been doing that for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you trust that a little bit more. But you could do a Ken 4956. I believe in you. Just Puff, that sounds awesome. Chris Water, eventually I will. But I will be waiting to try to do it legally in my country where I can, do the licensing and do all of that. And I mean, I do make genetics, but I'm not currently in a place where I can bring them to market. But one day I hope to, yes. What's up, Michigan? I'm not sure how to say your name properly, but what's up, dude? How you doing? Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Me too, Grey Wind. Grey Wind, I love checking shit out. I would love to maybe one day have the money to like go shoot some videos like strain hunting out in the open wilderness. Pot Squatch goes out into the Amazon. Pot Squatch goes to India. You know what I'm saying? Pretty cool. Oh, sweet. Nice one. I did my best. Where are you joining us from, my friend? Cool, man. Argentina. One of my when I was in high school, when I was a kid, played rugby, and I played 8-man. And one of my props, Franco, he was from Argentina. Giant motherfucker. Good fucking prop. Rock and roll Argentina. What's up? I won't lie to you, Just Puff. It went up to 27 degrees where I live the other day. It's planting season already out here. Totally, Elsa Williams. Then I was thinking, it's whale. Because, like, a lot of people that know me personally in my life have often compared me to Anthony Bourdain. And I would never assume as much, but I definitely think I could be entertaining and go around the world and just make an interesting show about it. Include some weed in it? Fuck yeah. I'd love to, mostly weed. I'm wherever Transky is. Chris Water, what do you mean by major flooding? How major? Like, do I need to send you a canoe? Or are you doing all right? Fuck. I'm sorry, everybody. My phone is on the verge of dying. I just saw it. Just gave me the final, like, hey, dickhead, your phone's dying. So, my friends, I think I'm going to call it a night and say goodbye to you, my friends. But, yes, right? It was there. My phone was like, hey, bitch, I'm about to die. All right. Mash again. I'll tell you that story. That'll be my final story. So, once upon a time, many moons ago, did a little web series for Toma Super Productions. I think they're still on YouTube. I did a character named Patrick in this short for a web little midget series thing. I met a director named Eric Duvauchal. He's a French director here in Vancouver. He is from France, not French Canadian, but France French. And so one night I was out at a pub drunk as fuck. So my friend calls me and he's like, hey man. I was like, hey. He's like, I got this role that I thought of you to do. And I said, oh. He's like, it's only like really one line. It's not a huge scene, but it's kind of a linchpin quintessential thing to what my film will be. Could you help me and could you do it? So I was like, yeah, man, like, let's do it. Totally. And he sent it. It was one line. I'm a professional, you know. So it was the day before shoot. I was like, okay, let's just delve into this little thing I gotta do and get ready for it. And I realized this fucking little bastard's got me beat up a woman in a fucking thing. So I was so anxious. I was so anxious about that. And because it was like a young lesbian couple and I had to attack one of them. And I was like, fuck. I was super stressed out about it. It was hard to do, and I was worried about doing it. But it took 3 beers for me to leave the house. I'm not going to lie. I am man enough to admit it. The life of an actor. And while Miss Pasquat's out like, I get to fight this motherfucker on my shit today, and that's going to be fucking sick as fuck. And I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, I show up on set exactly at my call time. Independent film, right? You know, Miss Pasquat's all like, who the fuck is this motherfucker showing up exactly on time? I'm a fucking wizard, bitch. I show up exactly on time. So at first, her first thought of me was like, who is this asshole? Fuck him. But then she liked my boots. Oh, but he's got really nice boots, though. Lemoyete 1. Yes, you did. My phone is literally on the verge of dying. I'm just telling the story of how I met Mrs. Potsquatch to say goodbye. But welcome, my friend. I'm sorry that I don't have more power to keep talking to you, my friend. Welcome. I'm very happy you made it for one of these. So anyway, we go into the French director's house, and me and Miss Potsquatch just start talking and just talking and talking. And like, she's playing a lesbian in this thing. She looks like a lesbian, and I'm not sure, like, because like my brain is like, man, she's probably lesbian. She's probably just being friendly with you. It's totally, you know. But my dick was like, no, man, this is happening. This is real right now. Like, dude, this is real. I'm telling you right now, she wants it. Turns out she very much did want it. So anyway, I still am, but like an old man, didn't get social media very well and like Facebook or anything. So like, but I won't lie to you, after shooting, I went to the bar and got drunk as shit because I felt horrible about shooting this. Like, no, it wasn't even a conversion. She was straight, just playing a lesbian. That's the funny part. She played the bull-like, and I played the bigot who beat her up, and it was love at first beat. But so I went to the bar, got super drunk, felt bad about it. For like days, I kept thinking about this woman, and I was like, man, I want to talk to that chick again. So I eventually was like, wait a minute, I'm friends with the one actress who's on there. Maybe she's on her friends list. So I added her. And I was in the same pub, or no, another pub, but I was in my pub, the pub I normally went to. And she accepted, and then I was like, oh shit. I announced to the bartender, oh, and it's dead. Good night, everyone. Uncle Pod Squatch loves you.